Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Eagles coming in at 3-5, going up against the Broncos, who come in at 4-3.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Denver Broncos. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Ertz has it left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard near the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Donnie Jones set to punt it away now in his 14th year in the NFL. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Ooh, with a juke. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Lynch to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shift together here from the D-line. They run it again with Anderson. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now they'll look to throw it with Lynch. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 3rd down, Lynch. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Wentz to throw on second down. And Matthews has it right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now Wentz on third down. Buying time to his left. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From midfield, here's Wentz. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Wentz going to try and throw on third. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now Ryan Matthews in the game. He gets the call here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
And They'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year, and 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but, yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
To throw is Wentz. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. They start the drive with Anderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, Lynch. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's Lynch to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Lynch finding Thomas there for the Bronco first. Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Anderson. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
10th carry now for Anderson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Anderson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. To throw on 3rd down, Lynch. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Instead of making them earn it on 4th, they jump and give them the 1st.
I love the way you just phrased that. Didn't really have to earn it, did they? Bad discipline on the defensive side of the ball.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They're going to run with Charles. And he is out of bounds here. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Lynch to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jake Butt, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Sanders. So we've got a lightning quick halftime. These guys hardly made it to the tunnel. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. They run again on first down. Anderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now Wentz. And he finds his target. It's Matthews. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They run with Pumphrey. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Pumphrey last year at San Diego State led the country over 2,100 yards rushing. The question now, how do you see him translating to the NFL?
Well, I hear all the naysayers talk about him being less than 180 pounds, but look, the production at San Diego State, the number of carries, this kid has toughness. He will carry the ball and surprise people. Look, he broke Marshall Faulk's record at San Diego State. That's got to count for something.
They go play action here on first down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. From the gun, it's Wentz. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Wentz now on first down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Shaquille Barrett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Working from the gun, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now a run with Anderson. Anderson a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now McManus for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Now a toss play to Blunt. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Second and 5. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Lynch looking to throw on second. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Second down now after the incompletion. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Screen pass to Blunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Wentz now giving to Blunt on the draw. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Again, here's Blunt. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Here's the battering ram, Blunt. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Anderson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Here's Anderson. There's some space here. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run. Anderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final.